What the fuck is up, y'all? Today's video is not gonna be anything crazy like I usually do. I really just wanted to give you guys a 6-month review of when I opened the studio to where I'm at now. I also asked you guys to ask me a couple of questions on Instagram so I can answer them in today's video. So towards the end, I will be doing so. If you guys still don't follow my Instagram, I will be leaving the link to it in the description down below. But yeah, I got nothing else to say, so let's get straight into this shit. All right, guys, I don't know where to start with this 6-month review. I do want to give you guys a little bit of a background so you guys know where I'm coming from, but I have made a previous video about it. But just to go over it real quick for the new viewers, I learned how to cut hair from my brother. Shout out my brother. He has let me fuck him up throughout the whole process, and he always gave me tips and tricks, and he was just guiding me along the way. 2 months of learning how to cut hair, I basically signed up for school and said, fuck it. The more time that's passing by, the more I'm wasting. So I signed myself up for school. 1 year later, I graduated. Before I even graduated though, a couple months before, I would say like 3 months before I even graduated, I was already working at a shop. I started working at a shop a little early because I was leaving my job at the time, but I was forced to leave it. And I had no other option but to start working at a shop. I said, if I'm gonna do this barbering stuff full time, I might as well just go a step ahead, right? Looking back at it now, it was like a blessing in disguise. It put me ahead of the game. I got to learn a lot faster. I picked up on cutting hair a lot quicker, customer service. Although I already had customer service background from different jobs, so it was a little easier to just catch up on. What I really needed to polish was the haircuts and retaining clients, right? So I learned a lot of that right away. By the time I graduated barber school, I was already ahead of the game. I was already a few months ahead as far as clientele building. So I already had a couple of clients coming in already. When you're working at a shop, it's more of a walk-in basis. That's the way you're building your clientele. Yeah, you can do it through social media, but I feel like when you're doing social media at a shop, I don't feel like you can really be yourself to the fullest, if that makes sense. You always have eyes on you, and that can either make you feel a certain way, like awkward or shy, and I felt like that was my case, and that's why I didn't want to film, I would say. It was more of like short-term content, whether it was just pictures of my haircuts or just little stuff that I can do without causing too much attention, let's say. So at this point, I'm at the shop and I was working there already for, I would say 2 years, a year and a half to 2 years. I built clientele pretty quickly, and I hit like I would say like I hit like a ceiling at that point. Me and the owner weren't seeing eye to eye in a few things, and that's just business. It's nothing personal. So I decided to venture out. I didn't know whether I was gonna move to a different shop or whether I was gonna go into a studio like this, but I started weighing my pros and cons. My main thing was that I wanted to build a clientele base that was loyal to me and not a shop. So if I would have gone to a different shop, it would have just been meaning the same thing. A lot of clients would have been loyal to the shop and maybe not me. Or it could have just been me and not the shop, but you're risking it at that point. So knowing if I was gonna open a studio, that was gonna check off the list for me. Also, opening up a studio helps you deeper connections with your clients. Like I said earlier, when you're talking to the clients at a shop, they may not open up the way they want to because other people are listening. And when I'm here, I feel like I've deepened my connection with my clients, and to the point where we're like really close friends and I can go out with them. So shout out my clients, by the way. And another pro would be when you're creating your clientele, it is gonna be a little harder in the beginning because it's just like learning how to cut hair all over again. It's just you're learning how to run a business now. But I've heard the saying, what takes longer lasts a lot longer. So building my clientele did take me a little longer in the beginning, but I promise you this clientele will last me a lot longer than if I was at a shop. So opening this shop also helped me with basically build a system for my clients and that works. You can see my timing on the app and you just pick it and book. And that's basically it. You don't have to text me. You don't have to wait for me to text back. You don't have to call me. You don't have to keep calling me or wait for me to call you back. You see my times on the booking app. You click whatever's open and you show up, and that's it. And you expect to be taken care of. I would say opening up this studio not only has helped me build a brand, but it also has helped me become a better individual. In the sense that I learned how to be patient. I learned how to be more consistent with my work ethic. I have learned about taxes. I have learned about running a business. I have learned about content. As you can see, I'm starting YouTube and short form content as well to make YouTube pop out. So it has really leveled my life up and leveled me up as an individual. 6 months ago, if I would have listened to the people that were telling me like, it's a risk, it might not work out, I don't think you can do it, it's too soon. You know, if I would have listened to all those people that were telling me that stuff, I would have never known where I would have been now. You know, I probably would have been stuck still in the same shop or at a different shop, still going through the same routine. And that's not what I wanted. So yeah, fuck all my haters. Just kidding, just playing. All I can say really is these past 6 months have been nothing but a blessing. It's been a growing process, a learning process. And I thank all my supporters, all my family, all my clients, all my friends. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know where I would be also. You guys keep me grounded. You guys keep me going and pushing. So much support. I really do feel it all around. But as you guys can see, I have been growing slowly but surely. When I first opened up this shop, I barely had any foldable chairs. I didn't even have frames up, as you can see now. I have some crazy ass lighting, and I have my display case with memorabilia finally. I've been saying that I've been wanting to do that. So I finally got that up. And yeah, that's basically it for my 6-month review. I hope you guys got some information you guys needed off of this, some motivation. When I see this and really take time to see like what I've accomplished, because I rarely do that too. I don't really take time to recognize what I have accomplished. I'm always looking for the next thing. And when I came up with the idea of doing the 6-month review video, I really had to think about like, damn, like how far I really have came, you know, and look back at times and videos and pictures of how this place even looked to where it's at now. It's crazy to me. But yeah, I have a couple of questions that I want to answer for you guys. So for the first question, we're just gonna get straight into it. What was the hardest part about opening your studio? So like I said in the beginning of the video, or somewhere in the video, I would say the hardest part about opening your studio is just rebuilding that clientele again. But that's for anything, whether it's haircutting or just opening up any new business. You're trying to bring people in, that traffic coming in. So I would use the time to really focus on content creating, running ads. That's what started getting my clientele coming back. Little by little, obviously it took a little bit, but like I said, whatever takes a little longer is gonna last you a lot longer. So yeah, I would say that was the hardest part about opening my studio. Second question, how did you handle days with no bookings? I kind of mentioned it in the first question, is really utilizing your time. So when I had no bookings, I realized that I needed to fill in these gaps, right? So what can you do to fill in these gaps, which is gain clientele? Like I said, started content creating, I started running ads. The booking app that I use, which is Booksy, it has this form of running ads for you for a certain percentage of the first cut ever. After that, it's up to you how you retain the clientele. So that's when the experience comes in. Customer service, are you talking to them? Are you making them feel comfortable? Are they enjoying the experience? Are you giving them the haircut they want? I realized a lot of my clientele are coming from after work, or they probably have just been busy throughout the whole day and have had no time to eat. So I offer chips, I offer water. I had sodas, but I realized not a lot of people like sodas. I also have coffee for anybody who are coffee lovers. But just going that extra mile for them, they really appreciate that, you know? That's how I figured out how to retain these clients. I would say that's how I handled days with no bookings. It's just really making the time that I had off count. Going into the third question, how have you balanced family, business, and content without burnout? So it's not just barbers that deal with this, it's whoever puts in a lot of time into the work and having to deal with work and family at the same time. As far as business and content, it really goes hand in hand to me. So for me, content creating, it's still a part of my business. It's still work at the end of the day. I'm just making my business grow. I have to utilize whenever I'm not booked to use making content. Or when I have my days off, I make content. So really utilizing your time and having that time apart for also family time and also downtime for yourself. Because I know even myself, I do get burnt out. Really enjoy the time off. Don't be worrying about, you know, oh shit, I got this to do in the back of my head. I do that as well because I am a business owner. So I'm always having my mind on go, and it is hard, but try to find a way to distract yourself so that way you're not worrying about this. Yeah, I would say just take that time off. Just take it off. But as soon as you come back, make sure you're on go mode. So for my fourth and final question, what's your process on learning a new client's head when you are cutting for the first time? So if I'm cutting somebody new for the first time, I would make sure that their experience here is what stands out, even on top of the cut. I would say the cut is very important, but the experience that they have in here is what keeps them coming back. If I have somebody coming in that's new and I'm offering them a water, I'm saying, you know, what's up, dude? You know, I'm giving them that welcoming feeling instead of them just coming in and maybe not having that welcoming feeling and they can feel energy kind of off. They probably wouldn't come back even if the haircut was good. Make sure you listen to them, do a good client consultation. And if for the first time, maybe the haircut didn't come out as good as you wanted to, I'm sure it was a learning process at the end of the day. So when they come back again, you're just gonna give them that haircut much better. And that's how I basically go for every client that's new who comes in and visits me and takes a chance on me. It's really a huge blessing at the end of the day. I don't expect every client to stay. I do know that not every client is for me. I just make sure that everything goes well. The experience is what outweighs everything else. And yeah, that's basically it. I really had a short video in mind today. I didn't want to go into anything crazy. That is it for my 6-month review. I hope I answered the questions you guys wanted me to answer. If you guys still have some questions that you guys want to ask me, feel free to DM me or leave them in the comment section down below. I also want to say I appreciate all the support and all the love that you guys have been showing in the previous videos on my Instagram, on my TikTok. Nothing goes unnoticed. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching the whole video to the end. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. Come on, let's blow this channel up. And I will be seeing you guys next time. So before I even end the video, I kind of want to show proof to you guys that, you know, this shit really is a grind, you know, never stop grinding. Believe in yourself that you can do it. Yes, it's the slow process, but like I said earlier, things that take time to grow will last you a lot longer. It is currently, let me see what time it is right now. Let's see what time it is. It's 10:44 and I'm barely heading home. But this is what I mean by utilizing your time and making your time count. You know, when you're on go mode, you're on go mode. When it's time to relax, relax. Like the time to really stress relief yourself. If you know what I mean. But yeah, really distract yourself, really spend time with your family and really enjoy it too. But yeah, I just want to finish the video by saying this. I hope you guys enjoyed the whole video. I will be seeing you guys next time.
I'm a rock star in real life. We was doing Grand Theft Autos, hitting licks, home invasions. It was a good night. Take the goods to the plug, then he bring us back by 2K. Feeling like a baller, see the Jordan on my shoelace.